Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Jeremiah chapter 13, we read about a time in which the Lord instructed Jeremiah to purchase a linen belt and to put it around his waist, and then to take that same belt to the Euphrates and to hide it in the crevice of a rock. And then after many days, he was told to go back to the Euphrates and to get the linen belt again. And he found that it had been completely ruined. And the Lord makes the analogy and uses this as an illustration of the fact that the people of Judah were like a linen belt that the Lord had caused to cling to himself. But they would not listen to the Lord. And so the Lord was going to allow them to go into exile. And there they would come to ruin. All their beauty, all their elegance would fade away as they were led away into exile into a foreign land. And so this was an illustration of what had happened. The people were made beautiful. They were made to cling to the Lord, but the Lord, because they didn't listen to him, was going to cast them away, and they were going to find their ruin in exile. And that's the meaning of the text. But what I'd like to do for our devotion today is just to focus on this linen belt that Jeremiah was to wear. You know, he had this beautiful linen belt that he put around himself. And as long as that belt was around his waist, where he could care for it and keep it clean, where it would be close at hand, where he could watch over it, that linen belt probably would have lasted a pretty long while. Probably, who knows, maybe for years. However, because that belt was taken off of Jeremiah and put into the crevice of the rock and was separated from Jeremiah for quite some time, that's when it began to decay and to ruin. And the same thing is true with us in our relationship with the Lord. You know, we're just like Judah. The Lord has made us to be like a beautiful belt to cling to him. He says in verse 11, "For as the belt clings to the loins of a man, so I made the whole household of Israel and the whole household of Judah cling to me." And the Lord has made us to cling to him as well. Through Jesus Christ, we've been brought into a relationship with the Lord. We now have access to God, and he has us clinging close to him. But if ever we separate ourselves from him, to whatever degree we do that, is the degree to which we will then begin to spoil. Especially if we allow ourselves to go into the crevice of the rock, that is, to begin to live just an earthly existence, separated from God. If ever we find our minds far away from the Lord, we find our attention on earthly things, we're no longer setting our mind on things above, but on things of the earth. Whenever we stop setting our mind on the things of the Spirit and we begin to set our mind on the things of the flesh, whenever we allow our hearts to begin to drift away from the Lord, we become like this linen belt, separated from its master, left to spoil and to ruin. We need to cling close to the Lord, is the idea. If we cling fast to the Lord, there will be beauty. He will watch over us and care for us. We will keep ourselves clean and unspotted from the world because we're clinging close to him. The more and more we draw close to the Lord, the less and less we become influenced by the world around us, and the less and less we become spoiled by earthly things. So this ought to be an encouragement for us to cling fast to the Lord, set our mind on the Spirit, set our minds on things above where Christ is, and to always keep ourselves close to him. And if we can do that, we can keep ourselves from being ruined and spoiled by the allurements of this world, by fleshly lusts, by earthly concerns, and we can rise above that and transcend that as we fix our gaze on him. So let's be encouraged today to not wander from the Lord, but to stay fixed on him, to draw close to him, to cling to him, so that we can remain unspotted from the world and live the type of life that he would have us to live. So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.